just the general idea about tenses. And regarding the simple present tense, we learned the structure as well as the rule, when to use it. Now, remember that in case you'll be able to make every sentence into many varieties. Let me write numbers here. Instead of writing first, second, third, then comes, fine, let me do it in another way. First, second, and third as sentences, I'm putting full stop. Fourth, fifth, and sixth as questions, and seventh and eighth as question tags, and the last one is called as emphatic, so I'm putting a full stop. In case a person can make any sentence into these 9 varieties, you can become proficient at English. Now, what do you mean by these 9 varieties? You might wonder, isn't it? So, let me take a simple example of a sentence and I will show it in varieties. Anyone tell me a sentence in simple present tense? Yes, Rishi, tell me a sentence in simple present tense. He's telling, I'm learning. I'm learning now. Is it simple present tense, children? It is present continuous because we have am, that is the be form. We have learning, it is the participle. I'm learned. Is am learned there first of all? This boy says we play cricket. Can we take it? Yes. That means it is a habit of the boys, or it could also be a schedule, like their routine activity. Both, it comes under both the categories. So let me take the simple sentence. We play cricket. Understand and use tense. Now, if I write we play cricket, everyone understands that this is the subject, this is the verb, and this is the object. Everyone knows that, I think. Is it clear? Now, we, what person is it? First person, no, second person or third person? It is first person. Is it singular or plural? It is plural. It is first person plural. That is the reason we got be1 form of the verb. Is it correct? So I am telling that we have to make it into these 9 varieties. Remember that we can make most of the sentences only 8 varieties. We can make simple present tense and simple past tense sentence alone into 9 varieties. So what are these 9 varieties? Shall we see them now? Let's go to it. Now the first sentence that we need to take, which is this sentence, we should first identify what is this sentence first of all. This is called as affirmative sentence. The meaning of affirmative is nothing but positive. Is it positive? Yes. We play cricket is positive. Positive sentence or affirmative sentence. In case you have to make it into a negative sentence, what should we do? Some are saying we don't, some are saying we do not, some are saying we did. What is the correct word? This boy is telling we want to play, not to play. That means we not play cricket. We not play cricket. Please remember, there are helping verbs which can help us in many ways. For this present tense, we make use of do or we make use of does. These are the 2 helping verbs that we need. Other than this, we also make use of another adverb, and that is not. We need them. In case you are using does, at that time, the main verb becomes only V1 form. It does not become in V1 plus S or ES or IES. For example, I will write here, he. What happens to the verb? Will it be play or will it change? It changes. It changes. What does it change into? It changes into play, because for he, for she, and for it, we get yes form of verb. He plays. What does he play? Cricket. Right? Now, in case I have to change this first sentence into negative, we play cricket, what happens to it? We must take the helping verb do. Then we must take adverb not. Then we need to take the verb. What is this verb? Play. And what is the object? Is it right? So what sentence is this called as? This is also sentence because we are putting full stops. What is this? Negative sentence. I'm not writing the full form. I'm writing only NEG. Now let us see how we change this sentence. What is this he? Is it first person, second person or third person? It is third person and that too it is singular. In case they ask you the gender, masculine or feminine? Masculine. We all understand that. So now when we have to change this sentence into negative, we get subject as it is. He. What happens in the place of place? We should understand that we need to make use of does. He does. What's the next step that we need to do? Add not. He does not. Now we should remember when we are making use of one yes form, another thing must change into only V1 form and not V1 plus S or ES or IES. So what will be the verb here? Play. He does not play. What's the object? Cricket. As it is, we get here cricket. Is this understood by everyone? Yes or no? So we made one sentence into two. One we took the first category, first person singular or plural, second person singular or plural, or the third person plural. That is V1 form. Another one we took it with yes form of verb. Yes. Now we will write in another page all the forms in one go. Can I take split page here? Thank you. So let me show here both the varieties. We already have completed the first one. Now we showed the first example here and the second one. Let me write here the third one. Or shall I write the sentence again here? Let me write. This is too thin. We play cricket. We have seen that this is affirmative. I'm not writing the full spelling. I'm only writing AFF. And here we have taken the third person singular. He. He plays cricket. And this is also the same variety called as affirmative sentence. And then in the second one, we made that we play cricket into we do not play cricket. Is this understandable by everyone? Yes, this becomes negative sentence. I am writing NEG. This becomes here with third person singular. He does not play cricket. This is negative sentence. Now, the third category of sentences that we need to write. Those who are noting down are going to become wonderful soon. Those who aren't noting down, I cannot guarantee anything. The third sentence is combine. Do plus not. What happens to do plus not? What happens to do plus not? It changes into don't. What happens to does plus not? Who's saying does not there? It is doesn't. Remember, now we write, we do not play cricket. We change it and write, we don't play cricket. This is called as contracted sentence. And here, he does not play cricket changes into he doesn't play cricket. I already told you that these three are sentences. Now, when these three are sentences, what is the difference between the second sentence and the third sentence? Can Can anyone tell the difference? Please remember that this second sentence, we do not play cricket or he does not play cricket, is used for writing. And the next one, we don't play cricket or he doesn't play cricket, is used only for speaking. Is this understood by everyone? So, should you write short forms in your answers anywhere? Never. In case there are dialogues, you can write. But we are not writing any dialogues in our answers, so be very careful when you are writing them. Is this clear? Everyone understood it? Did all copy down all the things? Now, after writing the sentences, let us go to the question forms. What are the question forms? Once again, we should understand the value or the importance of helping verb. We saw previously subject is we. Now, we make, shall I use under in? Is this visible? Is this red visible? Fine. Now, we need to take the helping verb first. That is to. Then we need to take the pronoun. That is the subject. What is the subject here? We. To be. What's the verb that we have here? Play. What's the object? Cricket. Do we play cricket? What is this called as? Affirmative question. Is this understood? Now when it comes to this he, she or it, what happens to it? Does. We take does, the helping verb. Then we take the subject he. What do we do next? Make, take. I'm using the word make and take. It is not make and take. We need to use the verb which is given, play. Does he play? And the next one is object. What is the object here? Cricket. Does he play cricket? This is the affirmative question. You can also call it as interrogative. Both are accepted. Is this understood? You can call it interrogative question or else you can call it affirmative question. Next one is negative interrogative. How do we write the negative interrogative? Simple, same question that we have. Insert not in the correct place. Where should we insert the not? Do we not play cricket? What is this called as? Negative interrogative. And how do we write here? Does he not play cricket? What is this called as? Negative interrogative. And then the last question. What's the last question that we have? Come on. 2 plus not changes into don't. So we write here don't. What's the subject? We. Verb is play. Object is cricket. Don't we play cricket? This is called as contracted interrogative. And on the other side, what do we write here? Does plus not. What happens to it? Doesn't. Doesn't he play cricket? This is contracted interrogative. Please remember the rule again. When you are using it in the expanded form, do and not is separate. We can use it for writing. When we have it joined together, what do we use it for? Only speaking. Is this understood? Yes? Same thing here. Does and not is separated. We use it for writing. And when it is joined, we use it for speaking. So, these are the questions that we have. 3 sentences and then the 3 questions. Now let me take another page so that I'll be able to let me slide it and see if it will go. Yes, it has gone. Clean success. Oh God, it's clean. Suppose I want it back. I can't get it back. It's all right. So let me clean even this part also. So now we completed altogether 6. 3 sentences, 3 questions. It's all right. Even if it is not, you have all written it, isn't it? So I'll change it into the regular kind of a page instead of the split one. The split one has caused a little bit of a disturbance. Let me go to the normal kind of page. Got it. Now I'm not taking a split page. Instead, I will draw a line. So now we are writing the 7th one in both the places. 7. What do you think this is? We had seen that the first 3 are sentences, the next 3 are questions, and followed by 2, we have a combination of sentence and question, and that is called as question tag. That means you have 3/4 sentence, you will separate it with a comma and then a question. How do you write this? Please remember, in case in the sentence part you have positive, in the question part you will have negative. In case in this sentence part you have negative, in the question part you will have positive. This is one blind rule that you have to remember. Is it understandable? Now, what was the sentence that we had taken before? We play cricket. So how do we write? Let us take the first sentence itself in order to write the negative question tag. We play cricket. Now we need to put a comma. What is the contracted form plus do and not? Don't. So we need to write here don't. And what is the subject that we have? We. So we write again we and we put a question mark. We play cricket. Don't we? So this is negative, isn't it? So this is called as negative question tag. Did all understand this? Yes? Now coming to this he, she or it. What was the sentence that we wrote? He plays cricket. Now we need to put a comma. Should we write a capital letter after the comma? Never. In case you write capital letter after comma, your sentence is wrong. So here, what's the helping verb that we use? Does. Does plus not becomes doesn't. So we write here, he plays cricket. Doesn't he? What is the name of this? Negative question tag. Is this understood by everyone? Yes? Since I drew this diagrammatically, I hope you'll be able to understand it clearly. Now let me erase this and we'll go to the 8th sentence. Since we have written positive, now we'll have to take the negative one. So how do we write? We don't. When we get do, we should not get doesn't, please. We need to get don't. We don't play. Come on, what's the object? Cricket. What do we do now? Put a comma. What's the next thing that we have to write? Do we? We put a question. Here it is negative. So we are taking here what? Is this understood? This is called as affirmative question tag. Coming to this sentence here, he plays. What happens to it? Doesn't. Let me write it a little lower. He doesn't play cricket. What should we write now? A comma and contracted form we have taken here. This is negative. Now what do we take here? Does. And what's the subject that we have here? He. Does he? You put a question mark. What's the name of it? Affirmative question tag. Till here, for all the tenses, we can write these sentences. For all tenses. In case you will be able to write for all the tenses in this manner, you will become an AS at English. Now the last one is there only for two tenses. One is simple present, another one is simple past. So for simple present tense, this is called as emphatic. I am writing the name first. What is the meaning of emphatic? It is to stress. In case you wanted to stress something and tell, we use it. Let us take an example. Do you learn music, boy, Jeffrey? Jeffrey is saying yes. So I ask, you learn music, Jeffrey? He is saying yes. You learn music, Jeffrey? I ask again and again. What can we say? Yes, I do learn music. Is it understood? That means we are making use of helping verb and main verb together. Is it understood? So how do we write that sentence? We do. That is the helping verb. What's the main verb? Play. We do play cricket. Is this understood? Yes. And when it comes to he, what happens to it? He does play cricket. I hope everyone has understood these 9 forms. All have written it. Did all write them?